Hi, my name's Jared.
And I'm Matthew.
And welcome to Let's Drink and Drive. If you haven't seen any previous episodes, Let's Drink and Drive is a show where we enjoy some alcoholic beverages and play a racing or driving simulator. In this case, it is Euro Truck Simulator 2. Currently, Matthew is in the driver's seat as we've been kind of swapping it up. And this is the first episode of Chapter 2, technically Episode 7. Matt, what are you drinking?
Right now, I have the Southern Tier IPA. This is probably my favorite beer to drink. Anytime in Western New York, if I'm ever at a bar, this is pretty much always on tap. I know it's good. It's not your typical like macro lager or anything like that. It's an IPA. It's very smooth. It's not very bitter like a lot of IPAs are. So I chose this tonight because I really, really enjoy it, and I'll probably drink quite a bit of it. So,
all right, I'm drinking Sam Adams Escape Route, which is a fitting name for a beer.
I think so, yeah, because beers are a lot of times an escape route. So.
Yeah, the cause of and solution to all of life's
right,
little problems.
Homer Simpson. But I was actually I had picked up the beer today, and I was reading that, and it's apparently a late winter beer, like brewed specifically for this time of year. It's March now when we're recording this, early March, and I thought that was really interesting that it seems to be that now Sam Adams and other companies are brewing beer for not just seasons. They used to have the 4 seasonal beers, but now they're brewing it for specific times of year within a season. So this escape route is supposedly specifically for the late winter, early spring type of area.
Yeah, so. The description says it's a hazy golden unfiltered Kolsch style from Cologne region of Germany.
So it's a German beer. Okay, that makes sense. A lot of beers like that are, especially with the Sam Adams, they have a lot of German beers. So, what's it like?
It's tasty. I'll give a little more description of it later. Still
Sounds good.
Kind of getting the flavor of it.
Yeah. You've probably only had a couple sips of it at this point, so it takes a minute to really get what the beer tastes like. So, what are we doing today as far as driving?
Well, we've done a few jobs so far. Let's see, we've got about almost 19 grand on the bottom right there.
Oh yeah.
Let's take a look at the bank and see what kind of loan we can get.
All right.
Because unlike my other profile where I'm just driving, I'm not doing any loans, or I haven't yet. I figure we'll want to progress a little faster than that.
Agreed.
So let's see.
It can get boring if we're just driving all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we got $10,000 for $290 a day, which I assume means we get a 10,000 euro loan for €290 a day. 50,000 for that's a big jump.
That is a very large jump.
And then 100,000, obviously 400,000. We can't even afford 400,000. It's not even turning.
We don't have the credit yet.
Yeah. So, do we want to get a loan? I don't know.
Well. Like I said before, the trucks cost at least $90,000, so we'd have to get the 100 grand loan to even buy our own truck.
Right.
So you think we should wait on that?
Let's do a couple more jobs first, I think.
All right, we'll do a couple more.
Yeah, because I don't even think we're making even close to this a day yet. I'm sure as you get more experience.
Well, we've only done 6 total jobs.
Yep.
And we have 18 grand.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's a good point. So, yeah. Again, as we get more experience, we probably will get more money.
That's exactly.
Per job, at least. So,
all right, so let's go into the job market.
Quick job? That we were doing?
That's all we can do right now.
Okay.
And then we got price per distance already.
Yep. So we have 3,000 euro to go from Rotterdam to Felixstowe in Great Britain. It's another ferry job. We've done a couple of these so far.
Or we can do the one below it,
which is from Calais to Brussels. Okay, go from France to Belgium. We can do that.
And it's not that much longer, so.
Yeah. Okay. And it's more money too. It's almost $5 grand.
It's a lot
okay, yeah, let's do that because then we don't have to wait for the ferry. So. I wonder if actual truckers think about stuff like that when they're
Oh, when choosing a job?
When choosing a job, it's like, well, it's 5,000 pounds. I don't have to be on a ferry. 5,000 euro, whatever it is.
Yeah, a lot less chance of drowning.
Yes. A lot less boredom, I'm sure. You're sitting in a truck on a ferry, you know. So, okay. Now, the challenge is, it's been a little while since we've done this. How do the wheel is turned to the right.
Oh yeah, so to count, just turn it all the way both ways.
Okay.
And it kind of, it'll even you out.
Hopefully. There we go. All right. So that's all the boring stuff taken out of the way. So,
just gas in.
You're literally going to have to remind me how to drive this truck. It's been 2 weeks since we've done an episode.
That's right. Hold the clutch and gas in for ignition.
There we go. Okay, truck's on.
And we're good to go.
Okay, so I guess we just go out here and to the left. Okay, I remember this. We've been to this garage before. I'm sure.
Yeah, this is the one I did.
Yeah,
and I had to back up. So
yes.
Go to the right.
Yeah, go to the right. Okay, so
we're not making that mistake again.
Nope. All right, we are learning from our mistakes, which is odd because we're drinking and driving. So. One thing I have to get used to again is having to get from first gear to third gear and etc. So, all right. Now we are in France, so we drove on the right-hand side of the road, correct? Yes. Okay. Correct. First gear.
So we're making a wide left.
And I don't know if anybody's coming the right way because I didn't look. But you know what? They'll get out of the way. I'm a big truck. Oh no, I'm supposed to make a left turn.
That's alright.
Okay.
You can call these people off. Just put your blinker on.
There's nobody to the right there, so.
That you can see.
Now I forgot which button the blinker is.
It's the paddle shifter.
Oh, right. Now, one thing I don't think we ever covered really. Oh, it's a red light now. So, is do the other drivers actually obey like your turn signal, or like so if I have my turn signal on, is somebody going to wait for me to come? I don't know how simulator this simulator is.
Yeah, I have not noticed that. And actually, other than what we've done lately, I haven't played the game since.
Oh, really?
So I kind of feel like why play it twice, you know?
Right, that's a good point.
Because there's so much else to play right now, and actually I've been busy with just editing these videos.
Yeah, I'm sure that definitely takes a little while. Which, by the way, I appreciate all the effort that you put into that while I'm just sitting at home watching TV.
No one else appreciates it, but that's okay. Thank you.
As your co-host, I feel like I need to back you up and
if
appreciate
anyone
the work that you're doing. Okay, don't hit that car.
Oh, you hit it. You're about to.
Oh.
It looks like you actually got the offense before you even made contact.
It already knew. It knew that I was going to hit that car because it was such a tight turn.
It's a pre-crime.
Oh, I didn't know they had that already. This is going to be rough because I'm not going to remember how to drive for a while. I have to look at my speedometer and talk.
Both nose.
No. Okay.
So what is going on in the world?
Well, right now, as we said, it's March 5th, right? So.
Oh yeah, it is Mardi Gras.
It is. Oh, Mardi Gras was yesterday. That's right. You know what? So we were talking about just doing something at work yesterday because I don't work on Wednesdays, and yesterday was a Tuesday. Obviously, yesterday was Mardi Gras, and we just totally did not realize that it was Mardi Gras at all. It's not really ever something that I've even celebrated before.
Right.
And I have a friend that lives in New York City, and she went to New Orleans, but not for Mardi Gras. She went to New Orleans. Oh, I think I just stalled.
You're stuck on the. Gotta watch your mirrors making those turns.
Yeah. And I'm trying to talk at the same time.
Yet talking and driving I think is more dangerous than anything else.
In this game, yes, because I don't get distracted by the drinking so much. Viewers of the last episode probably would disagree a little bit, but okay. Now that I'm sort of on track again, I'm starting off horribly. So she went to New Orleans a couple weeks ago, and did all the normal New Orleans things. Had seafood, a lot of seafood apparently,
A lot of
like the shrimp po' boys and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, why didn't you just wait a couple weeks and go on Mardi Gras? And she had a really good point. It was just like, it's like going to New York City on New Year's Eve.
Right.
You know, you're dealing with a bunch of crowds. Everybody
Crazy
is
crowds.
Yeah, it's all tourists. Everybody is drinking, and you know, you just deal with people everywhere. And it would probably just ruin the experience of being in New Orleans. You know, because it's like she got to experience all the cool city stuff that you probably wouldn't get to experience if you're there as a tourist on Mardi Gras. Which is another reason why I would not go to New York City on New Year's Eve.
Right.
Because, you know, I think Char did a couple years ago.
She did.
Yeah.
And it was insane.
Yeah.
From what, you know, to hear her tell it.
So, I mean, it's just not something that I ever want to deal with. I mean, here in Buffalo, Mardi Gras is still pretty big because there's a fairly sizable Catholic population here, but it's nowhere near the craziness that it is in New Orleans. So.
Right. I mean, what's the population of Buffalo right now?
It's like 200,000, I think, something like that. And
So,
if you're talking about the city itself, yeah.
Right. I mean, obviously we draw
Oh man, it's raining.
outside. The wipers should be bottom left.
Bottom left.
button.
Nope.
Try top right. Just try all those buttons.
I'm just oh, there we go.
There we
Bottom
go.
right. Bottom right.
None of them should do anything
Yeah.
too drastic.
Oh, I gotta turn my lights on too. There we go. Because I'll probably get a headlight violation because I have had that problem before. Okay, and then I have to go on the highway. I'm not very good at keeping my lane. I mean, I'm halfway through a beer and I'm having problems. So. Okay, I gotta go on this highway.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, when you're driving a truck, you would have a very large wheel.
Yes, that's true.
And
I have definitely a smaller. You know, size does matter sometimes.
As I think we mentioned that in the previous episode.
We did, yes. And it just, you know, it's a topic that keeps coming.
But the wheel of G27 is actually even smaller than a normal car wheel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's like maybe 80%. Which, and you can actually get custom. You can actually attach a normal.
Oh, really?
wheel to this.
That'd be kind of fun to get like a normal racing wheel, even.
But the only problem is that we'd lose the button functionality.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Unless I rig them up, which
On
I've
something
actually
else,
considered.
There's getting a lot of feedback in the wheel. I don't know why.
So yeah, New Orleans is definitely one of the destinations I would like to.
Yeah, it's something that I would, you know, like she had a really good point. It's a great city to go to. Oh, I have headlights on.
And so much culture.
Oh, there we go. I thought I had by that time. Yeah, and history and all that. Great food. That's another great thing, and that's what I like about Buffalo too. Yeah, every time anybody comes to Buffalo, they always say how great the food is, and it's the same with New Orleans. I'm sure it's the same with a lot of cities, but just definitely would not want to go there on Mardi Gras.
Yeah, we're lucky enough to have one of the better, like the number of locally owned restaurants.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we still have all the chains, obviously, but there's so many. You know, like.
And I was gonna go. Speaking of chains, I was gonna go to Five Guys earlier for dinner, but then I looked online and it was like for burgers and fries, not even a drink or like anything like that. For a hamburger and fries, I'm gonna pass this truck. It was $9.
Yeah, it's
just for the burger.
It's not cheap.
It's not. The burger itself is like $6.
Actually, the last time I went to Five Guys, I had wanted. My plan was to go to Anderson's.
Okay.
Anderson's is a local chain, right?
Yeah. They're a chain, but they're local. Yeah. They're
great beef on weck.
Yes.
And a lot of good food, really.
Yeah.
But they were actually closed for like the week. I'm guessing they were doing renovations or something.
Okay.
So I went to Five Guys instead. And it's good. I mean, it's greasy. It's
right.
It's a burger place, and they are good burgers.
Yeah, I was looking at their online. They, it was like they have 1,000 restaurants nationwide. So I mean, they got to do something good. But
and
I just wasn't in the mood for eating by myself. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
That's right.
It's just for a meal by myself. I didn't really feel like spending $10 just for the burger and fries. So,
although they do give you about a pound of fries.
Oh, okay.
Like even a small-
I've never been there before, so I don't know like what the portions are like. It did seem like a lot, like $2.50 for fries was a lot of money. So
it's good. It's definitely something you should try.
yeah. So maybe we can do that like next week or something.
Yeah, Anderson's is. Just trying to think what I could compare it to.
It's almost like a diner.
Right. It's diner
family
food,
restaurant.
but
Yeah.
it's not a diner atmosphere at all. It's more like a hot dog stand.
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Yeah. I would go there. Yeah. As far as the description is concerned, at least. Yeah.
But yeah, really good food, and like the beef, the roast beef
In
they
a
cook
city.
right there.
Oh, that's good. In a city famous for beef on whack, I mean, you have to have a good beef on whack to even consider, like, serving it, because people are not going to eat it if it's terrible. It's like our wings here.
Right.
I keep telling people that are from out of town, you pretty much anywhere you go, you're going to get good wings, because you're not in business for very long, or you're not serving wings very... I just stalled it. You're not serving wings very long if they're not good. So, and that's one of the great things about living in a great food town like Buffalo, is because of the food culture that we have. If you're... Oh, I barely avoided that sign. If you are not good at our staples like beef on whack or chicken wings, you're just not going to be in business very long. And so we have really good restaurants, because the ones that stick around are the ones that are really good. So,
and that's not to say that that's the only thing you need to be good at.
no, because there's definitely places that don't that are, obviously other types of restaurants. But if you're going to do like an American or a pub type of restaurant, I think you pretty much have to be good.
One thing I've found a lot recently is mac and cheese.
Yeah.
We went to Mooney's.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have been there so many times for their macaroni and cheese.
And is that a local chain as well?
No, yeah, it's a local chain. It's like, I think they have 3 pubs around.
Okay.
It's a, and they, I was telling one of my friends who he just moved to near my neighborhood, which is where Mooney's is actually in my neighborhood, and I was telling him about it, and I said, get the half portion, because the half portion is enough for at least 2 people. So if you're going to go there with somebody, get the half portion. And of course, did he listen to me? No, he did not. He got the whole portion and took literally half of it home.
It's like 5 pounds of macaroni.
It's crazy, and it's cheap too, which is why, I mean, if you get the whole portion, you're like, oh, I can get the whole, because it's like, I think it's $9 for the whole portion. You're just like, oh, okay, it can't be that much, and it is. They put this giant platter of macaroni and cheese in front of you, and it's great. It's like bacon cheeseburger macaroni and cheese, or whatever they have.
Right, they have a lot of varieties.
Yeah, and it's really good.
And have you tried their a range there?
I have had a couple. I had they have a banana pepper macaroni and cheese, which you wouldn't think is great, but it's really good, and it's probably my favorite. They had one on special the last time I went there. That was a I don't know what game's supposed to be in here. That works. That had chicken, bacon bits, and banana peppers in it, and it was fantastic. It was just the combination of the chicken and the banana peppers, adding a little bit of spice, was really, really good, and I was impressed. So, highly recommend. I mean, I love homemade macaroni and cheese. Because not like it's not like Kraft Dinner macaroni and cheese.
Right.
It's like their macaroni and cheese has. I could go on about their macaroni and cheese. It's that good.
Well,
it
we
really
might.
is. We might.
What I remember as a kid.
Oh crap!
was,
No, should not be in first. Sorry.
To get you up the hill. What I remember as a kid is my dad would make baked mac and cheese, and like he always talked it up a lot.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the crusty stuff when I was a kid.
Oh, the
So,
crusty stuff on top.
The layer on
Really?
the top, I did not like. So I always dug
man.
deep. But now, my taste has matured.
Of course.
Oh, it's so good.
Slightly.
And if I'm gonna go home and get a good meal, That's going to be included.
It's going to be macaroni and cheese. Oh man, I'm not going to make it up this hill.
I feel
this
the
route
are pretty high.
Yeah, and I'm in first gear. I'm not redlining yet, so I might make it.
That's true.
Who knew? A really heavy object is a lot more difficult to move up a hill than.
And what are we even towing?
I don't know. It looks like some giant thing.
Looks like a vat of something, perhaps.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? The previous 6 episodes or whatever that we've done, I have no idea what we hauled. This game apparently, you know, it's obviously it's a simulator. It's hyper realistic, and you haul different things, but I've never paid attention. And it's another one of those things. I wonder if, obviously, I think real truckers know what they're hauling.
Oh yeah,
because they
they have to know,
right? Because if you're hauling a hazardous material, you have to have a certain sort of certification and stuff like that. But,
and actually, your lights are still on. I just noticed.
Yeah, they are. There we go.
Come
on, I can make it. I can make it.
Yeah, it actually might tell us in the job market, but I haven't.
Yeah, I think it does because it said something like that.
So when we went to Mooney's, it was like tomato. Oh, it was the BLT.
Oh yes.
It was. Oh my god!
And
it was so amazing.
Here's one thing that you would never think to have in a macaroni and cheese, and it's tomatoes. But it works. It really does. I mean, you got tomatoes, bacon.
But you know what? I don't think there was any lettuce in
No, the L stands for something else, and it's bacon and tomatoes, and it's amazing.
Is there a cheese that starts with L that you could put in there?
Probably not in macaroni and cheese. Ugh. One thing, if you've watched the previous episodes of this, that you learned is that I'm terrible at gearing. I don't know what gear I'm supposed to be in at any given time. At least with this truck, I have no idea.
And also, we can't hear the engine right now because we have the volume turned down.
Right. Yeah. So
avoid
that you guys
interference.
Can
so
hear
that's
us
not
better.
helping.
We're getting some audio problems worked out. Hopefully this fixes it. But it's a trade-off, and so that's why I need to look at the tack.
I'm guessing you can shift that.
I probably can. Oh, I went down, not up.
Shift up.
And now I'm going up a hill. So, yet again,
that's right.
This episode should just be called "Matt is Terrible at Driving," and I should never be sober or not. And I'm fairly sober because I'm only halfway through this beer. But I should not be allowed near a large vehicle of any kind.
The way I've noticed the transmissions are in this is that it's the revs are pretty low, so you can shift like continuously, basically.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to turn anyway, so.
Yep.
So continue on to the Buffalo food scene. We've got a couple, maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 places that are famous for wings.
Right.
One of which is the creator of the chicken wing.
Correct.
But we also have, and that's Anchor Bar.
Yes.
We also have Duff's.
Yes.
Which are probably the 2 biggest ones, I'd say.
Yeah, Duff's and Anchor Bar. Anytime somebody asks me what the best wing in Buffalo is, I say it's Duff's.
As
honestly,
do I.
Because Anchor Bar was the originator. Okay, great. Thank you for that. But they are now basically a tourist trap at this point. And if anybody loves Anchor Bar, you can comment on it and tell me why you love it. But I totally just messed that up. I'm trying to shift into the second set of gears, and I totally messed up. I lost all momentum. But, I mean, the wings are good, but like I was saying earlier, this is Buffalo. You have to have really good wings. And honestly, if they had the wings that they do have, and they were not the inventor of the Buffalo wing, they probably wouldn't get the amount of business that they do get. But yeah, Duff's, big, huge selection of sauces. They go really hot too.
Right.
So I think that helps a lot because I like hot wings.
That's become really popular lately too.
Yeah.
Like the extreme.
Yes.
Was it Koval?
Yeah. The
like
Scoville units.
Oh,
yeah.
the Scoville. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically you're putting like a drop of hot sauce in a gallon of liquid.
Yeah. Exactly, and it burns your mouth off. Which, I mean, like I said, I like mine hot, but...
Oh, you're so inclined.
No, I'm good. I'll let it roll now.
Yeah, so that was one of the first things I did when I moved to Buffalo, is I tried all the major places, and I'm pretty sure Duff's was my preference.
Yeah, and again, it's because it's a major place, so turn the signal here. That's kind of why I recommend it. But honestly, you can go to most bars in Buffalo and get some good wings. They're not going to be the best wings, but they're probably going to be better than wherever you get wings at in your city where you live. So I need to be in the other way.
You do. But we discovered Brussels.
Yes. So we're in Belgium now. That's good. And that's one thing I always tell people is just go to a local place. But I make an exception with the wings because Duff's wings are actually that good. So, I mean, who goes to? Oh man! What have you ever like crashed, like spilled your load or anything?
I've not spilled my load in the
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, I haven't tipped over. I have gone the wrong way and tried, turn around.
I think I do need to be over there. Yep, I do.
No, you can make it.
Well, I will try anyway.
Oh yeah, you're good. Keep turning that.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, right there.
There it is. Oh, I thought that was the truck, but I'm like, you're not in reverse.
No.
Someone's cooking.
Ah, okay.
And
hopefully
that's not going to work.
I can't do that? No, well, I can.
If you see the door there, I mean, you can drop it off. But
right.
Parking there was no purpose in parking if you were going to do that.
Yeah, I was just going to auto park.
Yeah.
Because I'm lazy like that.
Enter?
Yeah.
All right.
And, it's a pressure tank. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Now we know.
And I
did not
level up because I think I got into a crash, and that might be why.
But you still got excellent. So what is it judging us on?
They're judging us on whether I got into 3 crashes or less, I think.
There's a minimum. Most truckers can get into at least 3 accidents
per
job.
journey. Yeah, if you want to say that. So,
any last words on Buffalo food?
Food trucks. We might need to get a whole topic on that in a different episode, but summer is great in Buffalo because of all the food trucks we have. So,
okay,
I would definitely recommend checking those out.
I would as well. There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was episode 7 of Let's Drink and Drive. My name is Jared.
And I'm Matthew.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.